Inspector is something which I use a lot, and so inspector is basically the place where I can validate my events. And so here you can see, so I get different kind of events coming in here. So I have hooked up, no, okay, I have hooked up, also not, okay. Yeah, this is also like a different plan feature, as you can see. So like in the free plan, which for my case is most often enough, but like in a full production environment, I would go on a different plan that I can see at least last 7-day history. So for me, it's like, because I just usually use it for testing, it's fine to just have 1 hour. So what it does is like, I can check how different kind of events, how they're tracked, if they are tracked. So I see all the events, for example, here that I have defined and that are tracked in my post-hoc setup. And I would also see events that are tracked in post-hoc, which I actually haven't defined yet. And so this is quite good. So I can also check for events that maybe we are starting to track, but we haven't put in our tracking plan. So I basically really see the difference between actually tracking implementation and how the tracking plan is defined. And as you can see as well, so I also have some issues here. So we have some, so for example, I have some properties that are being sent in my tracking, which I haven't defined in my tracking plan, because I basically wanted to implement something quicker than I would have it in my tracking plan. So I just implemented it, but forgot to update in the tracking plan. So what I can do now is like, which I will do later, it's like I can go in, I can basically extend my events with these kind of properties, because like for some reasons they totally make sense for me now, and so I can add them now. So, and this is nice. So this is something where I can immediately see, okay, is my tracking plan and my tracking implementation in sync? So why should it be in sync? Because in the end, I need a place where I can look up everything. So this, in the end, this is the repository where everyone of your company goes in and can check which kind of events are being tracked at the moment and how are they defined, which kind of properties they have, because then they can take this information and can start to work in the analytics tools. Which makes things a lot easier. And so this is why, for example, like the inspector is for me the most important feature here. And so I haven't done it, but I could do this as well. So I could connect it to Slack, and so then I can immediately get a warning when basically like this thing happening. So I think this is happening already since I implemented everything. So, but I could immediately have fixed it. In that case, I don't have to fix the tracking implementation. In that case, I have to fix the tracking plan, because I was quicker with my implementation than with my planning. Also, like, good to know is you can switch between the different kind of stages. So I think I don't have, so in my case, for, let's say, my small project, I don't really have a development stage. But like in the usual big setup that I work with other companies, we usually have at least like a development stage and a production stage. And we send then the different kind of events from this different stages, from, for example, segment back to Arvo, so that we can really test out things first on development, and when it's fine, we can then push it into production. Yeah, so, and then finally, not finally, first sources. So sources is basically you define where events are coming from. So for example, like an obvious source in my case is like I send data from my website using JavaScript. So which I do, and as you can see here, so I send them to post-hoc. And so in post-hoc, for example, then I also have this implemented that it comes back. So you can see it here from inspector setup. Here I get basically the instructions how I do this, and so I already did it, and I already get the marker here and here as well, so that it basically receives events. Yeah.